Hey guys, it's Susie and I'm here today to talk about organizing and storing your jewelry. Now, as you can see behind me are my boards that I carry one of every piece on this board, and then behind me over here I have some bins where I carry all of my extras because I buy in multiples. But whether you choose to put your jewelry on a board or you need to have it tucked away in a bin because maybe you don't have the type of room that I have, or you're only doing this part-time, you don't want it all over your house, there's still some really fundamental, simple things, really important, there's something really important that I can't wait to share with you, things that you'll want to do no matter how it is that you store your jewelry. So let's talk about, you have a small space, you're just starting out with your jewelry. What I recommend is that you get a couple of tubs with lids, okay? So you get the tubs with lids on them, and in there you get those big gallon or 2-gallon Ziploc bags, and what you do is you write on the top of one of them red necklaces, on the top of the other one blue necklaces, on the top of another one silver necklaces, and then you get another bin for your earrings and your bracelets, and on the top of a gallon bag you can put stretch bracelets. You can break them down into colors. You can put clip-on earrings or hoop earrings, but you want to separate them either by color. I do it by style and color, however it is that it's going to make it easy for you to be able to get to them. So if you only have one of each piece, you can then take your jewelry and it all comes inside of a bag, and you can keep it right in that bag, right? And then you can put this inside of the purple bag. So say you get 4 different purple necklaces, you can put them all inside of the huge 2-gallon Ziploc bag that says purple necklaces. So when you go to show your jewelry, you can go through and you're like, oh, I'll take this one out for tonight to show, I'll take this one out, and then you can start to work through your stock, because as you grow, you're going to have more and more jewelry. In every show, you're not going to show every single piece that you have. Now, one thing that I highly recommend that you consider doing is ordering in multiples. This is something that I did not do because I didn't understand the gravity of it, how important it was. And I want to explain to you something. So in an hour, I have learned in the last year and a half that I can show about 30 pieces of jewelry. If I only have one of these, and every single piece that I show I have one of, max I'm going to sell in an hour 30 pieces of jewelry. But if I buy 5 of these and I show them, and it takes me 2 minutes to show this one piece, and I sell 3 of them, 3 of the 5, then guess what? I just made $15 in that same 2 minutes. So it's really important to have doubles. And you know what? I have the majority of the stuff that I sell on my Facebook Lives, more than one person purchases it. And I'm going to talk to you later about what you're going to do with the pieces that don't sell. That's going to be in a different video. So you want to keep these organized so that you can quickly go and find what you need. But if you order in multiples, this is something that I think is really important. You're going to take that big bag, right? And you're going to make sure that each piece, each different purple necklace has a SKU number, an SKU number, and that number is just a number that you place on it. So when you show this, you say, this is necklace number 1, this is necklace number 2, this is necklace number 3, whatever numbers you want to give it. And that way you can hold it up. You know what one it is. It says that it has a number on it. You go to the bag that has the same exact corresponding number, and you're going to know how many of those that you have. All right, instead of having them all out on your board if you're doing multiples. And then it's a great way to just be able to store everything back away. So I want to show you what that is going to look like with multiples. So I wanted to make sure that I was able to scale my business. So when I first started, I had 1 of every piece, and then I started ordering 2 or 3 of every piece, and I started to reinvest my money to grow my stock, because that's really important. We're going to talk about reinvesting in another video also. So I order in multiples, and I knew that I wanted to have a lot of jewelry to be able to sell because this was going to be my full-time job, and it is now. So I used numbers ranging from 1,000 to 1,999, and within that, I knew that those were necklaces. The 2,000 to 2,099 is bracelets. The 3,000s are my rings, and my 4,000s are my earrings. Now I break those down into smaller sections. I like colors. So I have all of my black necklaces, my blue necklaces, my brass necklaces, my copper necklaces, and I have them in alphabetical order like that. So my black necklaces go from 1,000 to 1,050. So I can use any one of those SKU numbers to annotate, I think that's the word, annotate, mark my necklaces so that I know where they're going to be, and I have a number, and it just helps to start organizing your inventory for you. I know if a piece has if someone says, oh, I want piece number 4,023, I know off the bat that that is going to be within my earrings. And I even know that that is going to be within my clip-ons because they have those certain numbers. And I can do a video on this going a little bit more in detail with the numbers. But just to show you what this looks like, gold necklaces number 1332. Gold necklaces number 1332, and these are all the extras that I have. I have one of these over on my board. And let me get up and grab it real quick so I can show you. Maybe I don't. I don't have one of them out. So I'm gonna have to take one out. Isn't that crazy? No wonder I haven't sold any, and I have 8 of them because I haven't taken one out and put it on my board. So I'll show you exactly what I do. Whether you put it on a board or you keep your stock in your bag, this is something that you guys want to do. See that thing right there? That is a UPC code, and it has the name of the necklace on it. It is so important to keep that and to keep it with at least one piece of your jewelry, because if you ever want to find that piece of jewelry again, you are going to need that UPC. If you decide all of a sudden that you want to start a Shopify site or a website and you want pictures, you want the pictures from the website that Paparazzi gives us, you are going to want that UPC code. So I don't want to go too far into depth with all of that because this is basic, right? And I want to keep it, you know, nice and clean and just kind of go over the basics for you. But here's that necklace. Isn't it beautiful? I stinking love it. So what I do is I cut off the UPC code and I tape it to the back of the jewelry piece, okay? And whether I have one piece or I have 10 of these, I recommend doing that. And I just take it and I put it right on the back. Then I take this piece and I hang it on my wall. You can also take this piece, if you don't have a wall, and put it in a bag. Now, remember when I talked about SKU numbers? So this SKU number that says 1332, I'm also gonna take a small little sticker, and on the back of here, I am going to put the number 1332. Let me show you what that looks like, because of course I would pick the only thing that I don't have one on, but let me show you one that does. So this is a different necklace. This is the UPC code, and then here's a number. It says 1797. So I can look and see on my wall the number 1797, and I know that it's a silver necklace, so I can go over to my bin that says silver necklaces on it, and I can grab this necklace extras, okay? Or you may just have one of these left. But it's nice to have these numbers, because when your clients go to claim on a Facebook Live or in an album, you can say, this is the number, 1797, or you can organize them by their names if you want to. This is called Secret Garden Silver Necklace. So you have to find what works for you when it comes to how you're going to organize your jewelry to find it. It just has to make sense for you. But what's really important, guys, one thing I just don't want you to walk away not doing is having the UPC code on at least one piece of your jewelry. It's so important. Even if you don't ever use this, if you want to scale your business bigger, when you get bigger, this is something that you're going to want to do. So I just encourage you to get into the habit of doing it now, okay? Because at some point you could have a Shopify site. You could have your inventory with a scanner, and you could scan this in, and it just makes your life so much easier. And having that name is just really, really important if you ever need to find that piece of jewelry. So you can keep your gold necklaces in a 3-gallon bag or a 2-gallon bag that says gold necklaces, and you can put number 132 in there, and then here is my 133, 134, 135, my extras. So that way you can open up that bin that says gold necklaces, and you can find your gold necklaces in there, and you can see exactly how many you have. So what I used to do is I would take, all right, this is the gold necklace that I want to show today. And I would go through my bags and I would pick out 30 pieces that I had multiples of. Remember, because we like to do multiples. And I would put them in a little bag beside me. I would then, when I do my live, I always made sure, now my one open one with the tag and the SKU number is on the wall, but I would take one of them and have it out of the bag in here, and I would pull it out and I would show it. Oh, this is number 132, pretty necklace. It wouldn't be in the bag, right? And I could sit right here and go, oh, 1, 2, 3. I have 7 of these available. Take this bag, put it to the side. Okay? So that is a great way for you to show one piece, know how many extra that you have. It's in a bin, and you can do your entire inventory, your entire shows out of 2 bins. You can keep all your inventory in bins, tucked away in the corner of a room or a closet. You do not have to use big boards like this, although I enjoy this, and a lot of consultants do. So it's completely up to you how you want to do it. But however it is that you do it, I think it's really important for scalability. If you have this dream, I think like we all do, to have a big business, is that you keep those UPC codes, those little barcodes, you cut one out and you put it on one. And then you also use a skewing system that's large enough to accommodate extra inventory. So I would recommend going with the thousands, because that worked really well for me. So I hope that this video on organizing and storing your jewelry makes sense, because I wanted to show 2 different ways to do it, because not everybody likes to do it the same way. And I hope it gives you some ideas. Now listen, this is not the only way to do it. There are tons and tons of videos on YouTube of consultants showing you how they store and rotate their videos. So I highly recommend, if this doesn't make sense to you or it doesn't work for you, go and check out another video and see what does, because this is just kind of how I do it. It makes sense to me. But man, there's a lot of really cool ideas out there. So find what works for you, but heed my warning. Keep those UPC codes. All right. We'll see you soon on the next video. Bye-bye.